This time once again, the 110th showing of this life and voted number one by top six listeners or watchers actually. So I have nothing to fear, huh? You done playing your little kid game for a while. Oh my god. That's a strange cousins. Getting closer, man. Got the what do you call it in there? We got the doors yesterday, and got them for 4,000 peso a piece. Quality ain't that good. I could have got some 3,000 peso doors at we call Wilcon here, one of the competitors to City Hardware. So looks good though. I mean, the dude he needs to change his tooling up there because the motor, I mean the what do you call it? Motor, the router got a dull blade on it, so it shows. Look at this, Mr. Frico.
Always a pleasure.
Well, Christian's here, yeah. I'm in Studio B again, once more. But I was thinking about my room, bedroom at the house. You see the video?
Nope.
Brother, it's on my Facebook.
I haven't looked at Facebook for a while.
It's just my brother-in-law did, youngest one. It's that color, man, the blue. Every time I look at it, I remember the first time I went to Florida. You know, just had good times there too. You know, 85 degrees in up Wisconsin, freaking 32.
It's going to be 61 here today, and then snow on Sunday.
Of course, man. It's over here last year when I was here I was here last year from January to June, and I don't remember having this much rain as we have. I've never been here in December, so I was thinking that's the rain month, but they really don't have a prescribed a set, wet and dry, kind of all over.
I golfed on Monday. It was 74 degrees here.
Can't take that torch. You know,
74.
Every time I look at that, and I think to myself, well, you know, because I look at the states retired, Iowa's good, Ohio's ranked 25th, and Pennsylvania 11th, Wisconsin 10th, and Iowa 4th.
What's Tennessee ranked?
I don't know, it's way.
They got a pretty decent climate. Speaking of that, I haven't heard of Bud in a long time. Is he all right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how many weeks ago I talked to him in the morning because I think he was. I got him on my phone. I think just did Bud. Bud does Bud things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
His time for being on here is his nighttime. He's a good egg. So I'm almost there, man. They still gotta do the landscaping.
So I missed it. Do you get windows yet? Doors? What?
No, I got doors, and they out of templates. I wouldn't got them because my mother-in-law wouldn't shut up about it, and they're 4,000 pesos a piece, which is good. But the quality sucks, as far as I'm concerned. Whoever uses a router needs a new blade. You know, just it's lived its life. That's it. It's time for it to sharpen it up or get moved. But they put the template on it, man. Before I knew it, man, they had all the doors up quick. You know, I forgot to ask about door sweep. I don't think they got them here. I'm not sure. Never seen one here. You know, because they're running air conditioner with a gap. The gap is like a quarter of an inch. You know, they'll still run the air conditioner. I bought 3 air conditioners today. The one horse is plenty enough, and they wanted, you know, the window ones. They got an inverter. I'm like, fuck. You know, just it's the kind I had in Manila at the hotel. They're Boston brand. It's a brand called Boston. They had some different ones at Wilcon, Kamikaze. I've never heard of the brand before, so I stayed away from that.
How much each?
Oh, gee, what was that? 20 or 13.8. I could have got what the inverted one was 26. I'm like, fuck that shit. Just, you know, the rooms ain't that. Well, my room's good size, but I'll get a portable one for the living room. Yeah, after I decide or measure out what type of furniture I can get. You know, I might want to get one of these L-type deals where you got like 2 seaters on the short side. But I want to measure the width. The width is about 2.5 feet. How would you say? If you're sitting on the back of the couch, how much length is that ass? The ass pad there. It's got to be.
No, it's not.
1.5, 2 feet.
Probably 28 inches, something like that.
Well, you know, I'm trying to get it where I don't have to cram it in, and I can put because I have some outlets that I could plug some corner lighting into. The LED, you know, at first I thought, man, I don't really care, but when I used to see houses at night, I don't like that light on the inside. But the ones brother-in-law put in are pretty cool. You know, just twist off and you're ready. It's a nice, you did a good job. You might have to come back because the uncle's never messed around with the heater. I gotta think they have an in and out. I didn't really look at the back, but I gotta believe those heaters gotta have an in and out. You know, one or the other, it doesn't matter. But that electric, I don't know if they use copper, but you know, the temperature sense, so it's got to be what that oils are. Never messed with one, but anyway, he stroked me for an extra 10K when he was down here last time because he couldn't make any other money off of me, so he decided to charge his 35 instead of 25. And his kid. Daughter was born last year. She's got some issues. I think she got colic like my number 2 book. But anyway, look, you know, the uncle says, well, next week, well, we can't hook up the. I got the floors in the CR. Bought this nice. What do you call it? Matte finished blue, like blue, light blue. Little light gray and blue, and then I put the sky blue like on the outside of the house, above the white tile. So it's pretty much little pink colors there, you know, from Spaniards. Ready to go, man. But I was debating on whether to put. I got 3.5 feet high. You know, they had to fill with dirt. So. At this point, I'm going to put it up like 4 more courses up. And debating whether I should get some plastic pipe there, you know, cut out a half a circle around it and help drain. Because whenever we get enough, the time comes, we get enough dry days in a row, the water will subside. It's on the outside of the wall. And then I'll put some pills in there or something. But he had an idea today of drilling down. Now this is, why didn't you think of this in the beginning? You have to hook up the city water, but you're in farmland there. You can drain down. You can drill down. So now they got 3.5 feet. Okay, dirt on top of how you don't have to go down that far to get the water. I told my wife, I said, don't talk to me if it's got anything to do with money. She did it anyway. But figure freaking things done. I'm tired of getting out. But anyway, we gotta get the inspector out there once we get the doors. And we'll put the extension for the kitchen. And see how much spitball some figures for a bigger living room in the back with the storage. You have no inside storage.
Yeah, they're not big on closets.
Well, we got a walk-in. We call it a walk-in, but I could get shelving. Well, I'd like to get shelving where it's deep. I could put the tall one with the mirrors against the thing, and it wouldn't be hanging out into the room and be in that little cubby section. But I don't know. It would be better if, like the tray, like the shelving you got in your refrigerator. That thin type. I thought about checking that out because you can stack on the wall. You can arrange to the shelf like this. You have a big closet type. You can't get as much in. But we'll see. Yeah, I haven't even gotten it. I haven't even spent the day in there yet. So. Gosh. I'll make patient. But I do have to get a concrete driveway, partially. I think I'm going to do the front, the width of the house, the front of the house, and the drive concrete. And have crushed gravel for the rest of it. Because I got to have somewhere, I got to have something for the water to drain into. If I wanted to get into those traps, I forget what they call that. What do they call that filtration system? My neighbor had it done. So she was having problems with her foundation. So she put in this one, and I think it holds. It's almost like an outdoor sump pump.
French drain?
Could be. Anyway, it's like having a sump pump with it. You can fill it to like a crock to whatever gallons it takes, then it pumps it out. So, but I know I got to do something because I got to have somewhere for that water to go. I don't want my walls to collapse inside. But cross that bridge and get to it.
Is your house on higher ground than what the surrounding area is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
You're like it's like the Lion King, man. Looking, when you're standing on it, that's a big deal. But when you go on the other side of the wall, it's up there. They paved a new road in the Bronchi there, brand new road. Did a great job too. I'm telling you, these guys. The transition onto the bridge is seamless, man. Just smooth. But when the what do you call it, guy quit coming around, the architect, because they get like $3,000 a week just for looking. He stopped coming around. He moved his business somewhere. But according to that road, the height of that road, the main one, and he showed me, he had a stick up there. It was site level, whatever. And still, from where my stuff is, it's still another 4 feet up. If you wanted, to make the land and the road closer. So he quit coming around. I'm like, oh, cool, man. I would have fired him anyway. I don't need him now. You know? You got to go to the inspector. Once he's cool with everything, maybe I'll put a box. Apparently, you get it's frowned upon if you have too many receptacles, electric plugs in a room. And I got one on each wall in the bedroom.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, how should the family there eat? Do they go to like the market every day and get fish and vegetables, or they just go once in a while? Or
Who?
the people you live with, the people in your house?
Yeah, they sell fish at the moment.
Okay, so they're never in a shortage of fish, right? But you have a
No.
fridge where you're living right now. There's a fridge.
Yeah, let me tell you about that.
They don't store too much food in a fridge like
Let
we
me
do,
tell
right?
Let me tell you, they freeze the shit out of it. And
Oh yeah.
the fish could have frost. What do you call it? Call that shit, man. Frost burn? What was that? The term?
Yeah.
Well, that's not healthy. That's not. So it's usually what they get for the day. I bring home for the day. I don't mind eating. Well, I can mask the taste. The tilapia is like a waterlogged tuna. I don't mind eating that fish. I just don't want to have to farm it out of the fish. I want to fuck it.
Do you eat out at all? Are there any favorite places that you have around
You
where you
know,
live?
every day, man.
You eat out every day?
Yeah, I don't eat fish. Here, yeah. They got Jollibee chicken, pretty good. The McDonald's here, you want a quarter pounder, you can get regular ketchup and mustard. But if you get the regular hamburger, you get that secret sauce shit. So does Jollibee. I don't get it. You know, I thought that, you know, it's about the comfort food far away from home. Why would you not have burger? Because we went to Jollibee for a while. And I said, let's try McDonald's. They're kitty quick. And she got them from there. And they didn't have ketchup and mustard on them. They had this other shit. Like a Big Mac was.
Yeah.
Thousand Island.
So is that your standbys then? McDonald's and Jollibee, huh?
Yeah, you know, you gotta watch. You need that meat every day though. But if we had our own place, we could. Right now.
Do they have one of the SNR stores in Butuan? Like a Costco?
Nope.
No SNR, huh?
Nope. There's one about 3.5 hours from here.
Wow.
You can't get shit. Anything to do with fish, they don't have to have fish there. Right here. They don't have. That's probably like making Mexican food at Taco Bell. Telling a Mexican, if you want to get a look from a Mexican American, you know, or any Latino, you say, hey man, you want to go to Taco Bell? You fucking look at you like telling an Italian go get a frozen pizza. But Greenwich is kind of like Domino's, but they're just these guys here. I don't know why, but they're just missing that. They're missing that bit of garlic they need in the sauce, you know? Tomato paste. I don't know why it is. I don't get it. And then one guy said on up in Dumaguete, I said, yeah, it's just pizza because it's called pizza and it's round. That's it. A lot of times they'll have this vinegar type thing. Some will scrape it off, so you got some kind of a taste to it. I don't get it why they do that. what they do. Oh, here comes this is Adrian. Boy, that's a regular customer here. Just been doing it for the country. Give me a beer. Hey,
Hi, Adrian.
RJ. Maybe go get Uncle one of these in the refrigerator. Okay. No shake. Oh, you're gonna be up there. You're southeast of Paraclet. Was that Paraclet? Manila, that area. I think that's the area. Is that before? Was that before Naga or gotta be before Naga? I don't know, man. I don't. Now that I've been here, even wearing flip flops, we take on slippers. It still feels like it's too much. You know, you're not barefooted. It doesn't feel. You know, if I put a pair of shoes on, like when I fly, oh my god. I'm next week. Lubicon. How do you pronounce it?
Lukban.
Oh yeah, Kiko's the red.
Lukban.
Yeah, Kiko's the. Where is that? I forgot. You said it once. Is that?
It's up around, you know where Tagaytay is? Taal
Yeah.
Volcano, south of Manila.
Yeah. I've
He
been.
said east or southeast of Tagaytay, something like that.
I've been.
Last time I looked.
I've been through there. In 2013, I took pictures of quite a few volcanoes.
Yeah, I went to Tagaytay. I went the first time I went over to meet my wife in 2000.
Yeah, they yeah. It's all good. Nice temperature. There was South Manila. You can lay down at it because Naga's. Was Naga 4 hours?
I don't know, but there's a city. There's a city southwest of you called Malaybalay up in the mountains, and that looks like a nice place to retire to.
It's all good, man.
That might be a possibility. I want the little bit cooler area, like Baguio, Malaybalay.
Boy, see, what's I mean, that's what air conditioning's for, man. You know, be your luck to get a place like that up higher, where it's an hour and a half to a hospital. When I was first thinking of coming here, I didn't care where it was, province or city or little Simon, but now that I'm here, I'm not that far from the hospital. The house I will be in is a little further away. Nothing that a floor in it wouldn't do get you. Right here, from here, you take that number 4 off the cab. It goes down. It comes past here, and then it goes takes a left and goes right across the street from all the kid colleges, Central, and it goes Gaisano, and you take a right, and you're on the until you go to the GC. It's all good here, man. My buddy was gonna come here. Guy I work with. He was at the same high school too, but he's a couple years older. So we're waiting. I'm going, man, you know, kid's got a Papa Gene to come. And then 2 days before he's supposed to be here, he said, "Oh, I ain't coming." He never did fly to me. I thought, you fucking ass. You got a kid here was looking forward to being there. And the girl too. And now you want to be a dumbass. But his smoking got it to where he's not at what the hell they call it? They call it the breathing.
COPD.
No, well, it's worse than that. Tuberculosis or whatever.
Emphysema.
Emphysema, there you go. So, when I worked with him, man, I was too then, but I said, Gilbert, man, I'd get a ride. I'd get on my bus and see him walking where he is. He'd have to stop.
Hey, Simon, early Dart Friday.
But anyway,
I won't dog you about the Manchester Derby last week, Simon.
what happened? He lost?
His team lost, my team won. But I won't rub it in.
Oh, actually, nah, you wouldn't want to do that.
Good sport.
No, peek at it. But oh, can you? Yeah, it stays late here for an extra 15 minutes.
We turn the clocks up tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
We don't
Ring
do that.
ahead 1 hour.
We don't
It'll
do
be
that.
back to 12-hour time difference.
They should leave that alone. Leave it ahead. Leave it be. When I was driving the bus and when I was on first shift, December's a long month, but after the 22nd, it started getting lighter, and it got to a point where we have a route every 13 weeks, or if you pick. And when I got off that bus and I could see the sun still hasn't set the west, made me feel good. But unless barring a surgery, I'm not coming. I hope I don't have to, right? I might need that knee thing. But I researched the physical. For a colonoscopy, they're like under $2,000.
I've had like 3 of them already.
Yeah, I'm due for mine this year. I think later on this year.
The procedure's no problem. They knock you out. You don't know what's happening, but drinking that stuff beforehand, the nasty part.
They change. I don't know where you got, but my older doctor retired, and the new guy, they don't even use that shit. No. He says,
I heard some people get pills or something.
No, they put you under it, but you didn't have to drink all that shit again. But if you did, it was one thing after that one you gotta not eat and then drink it and shit it out. Back and forth.
Yeah, Simon, I heard from Ronald last night.
Well,
Had a live stream, so Ronald was on that and Jack. So I saw them last night on David's live stream. David and Lorelei, Philippine American couple. It was Lorelei's birthday last night, so. It's funny how Filipinos don't know certain idioms that foreigners have from their country, like someone mentioned birthday suit, right? And Lorelei had no clue. She said, "What's that?" She said, "David, you didn't buy me a birthday suit."
Here, listen. Here's my friend I worked with him too, and he went to school. He would call hours on the phone, hours, never telling her he wasn't going to come. Never, he had no plan. He wouldn't even show the plane to. But he said he was going to be here. But he never do it.
He talked to her. You mean chatting on FaceTime or something?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That
for hours.
Or mess. Yeah.
Or on, huh?
And no, he still wants to do it, but he's not coming. Yeah. Why would he? Anytime a woman gives you 5 hours a day, cuts into her sleeping time, and you shit on them, you ain't getting it 5 hours more.
Chris, how you doing?
Hey Chris, I haven't talked to him. I don't plan on talking to Gilbert either, because that's pretty shitty.
Don't
for
talk
him.
to who? Who are you talking about?
That friend of mine,
I don't know what you're reading.
guy I work with.
Oh,
I'm not, that kind of irritated, because you have this kid excited about seeing him, so is she.
wait, he has a kid there? What are you talking about?
She said she has one.
Oh, she has one. Okay. Yeah,
I
I got
say,
their hopes all up and everything,
yeah,
build up a relationship,
yeah.
FaceTiming all the time.
He started calling him Papa G. Yeah, right, big guy. Tell him. He almost got mauled the other day.
Well, I guess it goes both ways because there's people on the other end that are taking advantage of, you know, people on the other end of FaceTimes also
You
making them
don't shit.
promises and telling
You don't
them
shit.
lies. And
You don't shit out like that. Anyway, this I got two dogs over there. Um, they're both jealous of each other. If I'm petting one, the other one they just start going at it.
what?
And
Where at your new property?
yeah, so the thin one, he's like the runt of the litter. In the beginning, he wouldn't fight back. He just growled. Well, now when Billy
Now he
intrudes
goes
it,
all Tasmanian devil on him, huh?
that fucker bites. He bites the side of the dog, man. He's like Mike Tyson. Man. He bites shit. I thought the poor guy was going to be picked on because he was a weakling, but at first he kind of he would snap to get him to not come around. Then he was like, "Oh yeah," I can put his teeth into the side of him.
Reminds me of me, man. I was the youngest one, and they 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 pushed me to the edge, man. And when I snapped, I went all Tasmanian devil on him, laughing at me. It made me even madder.
So anyway, so I was sitting there. I got the nephew. He's always grabbing at the dog. He grabs them, and they take offense to that shit right away. You don't fuck. If they're eating, leave them alone here. It's not like you got to laugh, with an excellent temperament. These dogs, you walk by them and they snap. So this nephew's sitting by, and he pulls. You see more than once. And the dog, and I thought that dog was going to chew his face off. He was right. He was right. He was trying to take a chunk out. But you know what? The kid never cried.
Yeah, Simon. I was the youngest. I had two older brothers, and so I had to fight my way up.
I was second oldest, didn't have no brothers, but I got my ass kicked just the same. It was me and my older sister, and the other two, my mom told them. I think my sister next to me, like 18 months or younger than me, she got cracked once, and my dad said, and my mom said, "You're not going to do it. That was kids, what you did to the other two." So
I had a neighbor who he pulled a knife on me one time down the backyard, and I kicked the knife out of his hand. It got him on the ground somehow. I had my knees on his shoulder, wailing away on both hands, punching the shit out of his face. He's laying on the ground on his back, right? And I got my knees on both shoulders, and I'm on top, straddling. I'm just beating his face. He
this
never
is
messed with me after that.
this is the good natured person I am. I was doing this. We were doing the unofficial flag football. We would tackle anyways, because the grade school was down up the street and had a huge, since they put in parking, but this one kid was being a bigger asshole than me. I was always like the last or second last. Well, yeah, okay, but I would always score all the points. And he got me and him was tangling over something. I forget what, but we were wrestling around on the ground, and I was on top of him, and I could have freaking thrashed him. But everybody was disappointed that I didn't. So his name was Wesley. I forget his last name, but I said, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. I'm just the heat of the moment thing. I I didn't have any reason to hate him. You know, I can't hit something I don't I don't know it or like it. You know, and he never gave me any reason to not know. Although I was in the position, because if he'd hit me, then I would have. He was about my size. But these guys are rooting me. Now I might run out of steam after 2 minutes. Anybody else? How was everybody's? What's today? Today's Friday for me. Here's it Saturday. So
It's
tomorrow.
Friday night for you.
Oh yeah.
Friday morning and afternoon for the rest of us.
Okay. So on to the litter. You know what? For me to have to, it's I just have to have. I'd have to have just cause. You know, but when you're older, you let a lot of shit go until you had enough. You know, and I think that comes with, you know, from when I was a kid, my mom, oh, don't get in the fight, don't get in the fight, you know. The one time I got freaking tired of that shit. I started swinging, you know. But if I would have got my ass kicked in school, my dad would make sure he got it. He'd have it happen. You know?
So an old wise person said, "Don't mess with an old man. He's too old to fight, too slow to run. He'll just kill you."
No, see, my dad, he had he was into that CB radio show, you know, when it was real serious. We had to do your call letters and shit. Otherwise, you get fucking suspended or whatever. He there was no his kind of talk. He talked to you about something after he kicked your ass. Then he'd say, "Hey, you know, when he started swinging, he stopped swinging when I stopped putting my hands up in front of my face. That's when he stopped. And I had my fist balled up. I don't know if I could have, but you know, I'm the only boy, man. I didn't get any special fucking treatment. I used to have to beg the guy to go play pitch and catch. You know?
I never got hit because I saw my older brother, what a dumbass he was, and how he got his ass whooped. So I learned I never wanted to mess with my dad. My dad was a World War II Battle of the Bulge vet. I wasn't going to mess with my dad.
Oh, Bolden, that Stone.
Yeah.
We had a neighbors. They had 4 boys and a girl. Mom and dad were drunk stuff, but the dad, he was a mean dude, man. My friend Curtis, who was my age, he had a habit of pulling out his hair. You know, pulling his hair out.
Dumb. That's gotta hurt, man.
His dad whacking his ass all the fucking time. That's wrong. And they went on a vacation, and my dad was kind of in charge. You know, they still lived. They went in and out of the house. They had to answer to my dad. So my dad goes over there for something or other, and my dad starts whacking the shit out of one of them. They say, "Hey, the one with the nervous, you know, thing," and me had been the BD a lot of times, and kid says, "I'll tell my dad." He goes, "Your dad gave me permission." I'm thinking, "Oh, you know." And then he was whacking, and I kept begging my dad. I said, "Stop, man, stop." But he lost his mind. He beat the shit out of his youngest brother like that. He was about, well, youngest uncle. My dad was about 7 years older than him, and he was bothering my grandma about movies. My grandpa worked construction, so he's watching TV, he's watching boxing. So my dad kept hearing this over and over, and all of a sudden he snapped, and he went deep on fucking bloody, man. And he just he blacked out, man. Just freaking
Who got
kicked in.
bloodied? Who got
My uncle did, man.
your
My,
dad hit your uncle?
my dad whipped the shit out of them when they were kids. They were kids.
Brothers. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was about 7 years older than younger than my dad. And I said, Mom, well, what did Grandpa say? She said nothing. He's doing the job for me. His thing of going and working for a living was all he had to do. But I used to think when I was younger, hey man, my dad gets older, we'll go out drinking, having a good time. And my dad, I thought he was full of shit. He told me, well, I had my time. I don't do that. And I thought when I heard him say that, I thought he's full of shit. But it was true because I was like that too. None of that ever went to it. But anyway, my kids benefited, but I did. That's something. But you still love your parents, though. He was supposed to apologize to me for being the way he was. But I told him, we're out eating around other people. I said, you're not going to say that to me. So I told him what my mother did. When my sister lived there with their kid or two kids or whatever, when his parents had a whole house. And I didn't have anywhere to go. First they kicked me out. And my mom says, well, you can't stay here. Listen, I don't care. She said, I don't care.
Hey, did your dad didn't beat your mom like he beat everybody else?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No, hell no.
That's good. That's good.
No. I guess she told me she told me the shit after he died. It's the first 6 years they were married, like, what can I get to you? What can I do for you? I think it kept, I think he had this idea of having two kids, that was it. And then he had my sister behind me 18 months, and my younger sister 5 years. So his shit was shattered. And it also affected my mom's younger sister had a kid. And she called her Laura and put her up for adoption because back then you didn't have a boyfriend or husband, that was it. It was shameful. My grandma wouldn't let her.
Yeah, you weren't going to be a single mom. Yeah.
So my auntie ended up being a single mom anyway, a couple years after that.
Yeah, the irony of it, huh?
Yeah, so it was more than a few years, but because I was on that Ancestry, and I saw this person, and their named Lori something. Central Wisconsin.
That's the one she gave up.
Yeah. Then I thought, who the fuck is this? Who's this? I don't know. I'm not. But she had a pretty high number, or whatever, chromosome, whatever that shit is.
Yeah.
So, after a while, I told my mom, I said, Mom, she called my auntie. My auntie said she wouldn't have nothing to do with it, That was probably because it was hard enough the first time. But they connected, And
Oh,
she
they
kinda
did
looked-
finally meet.
Yeah, they did. Of course, I was the last one to know about it. But she asked me if to come hang out with them once when I went back home, and I said, I'm in the Philippines. I ain't back yet. So the thing of it is, right back to this dad thing, is my dad told my mother because my auntie wanted to live with us. My mom wanted her to come with her baby, and my cousin was a year younger than me. And my dad wouldn't agree with that. He said, he told my mother, emotionally, you're not ready for that. I don't know what that meant, but they're gonna shit on this parade, this master plan to have two kids.
Yeah. Simon, what does it what does Mothering Sunday mean? We don't understand that on this side of the pond.
My dad
Is that a
hate,
holiday there?
my dad hated doing anything for anybody. It was like having kids that bothered them. So once in a while, when he would try to be nice, I can remember a picture I took. I was a black man or something. And I said, no, that's okay. I don't want to do that. You don't have to make up excuses. Mother's Day. My mom came from a family of 10. And my great grandmother, on my dad's side, they had 11. 3 boys, 7. Oh, that's another. Oh, that's a big twist, people. I was looking. I was typing in, grandmother's name, thinking about Pennsylvania. Her great uncle, wouldn't my great grandfather be what? Great great uncle, his brother Jack, the one with all the kids in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I thought to myself, I forgot. What the hell was that saying?
Something about Pennsylvania.
So I type in my aunt's, my grandmother's name, and because my grandfather had a first cousin named Anna, same name, Anna Bosset, or I changed into away from. So I looked at that. What was I saying again? I forgot, man. I got a problem with the memory.
You talk about ancestry and your aunt.
Oh yeah. So I'm reading my grandmother's information. Her maiden name was Pepper. They were Italian, but that must have been from part of Swiss or Austria. That surname stays with you forever. They talked Italian to each other, but what's that saying? Oh, I'm reading it, and it says Anna had at least one daughter from this guy named Anton, big some Italian name, Bonoli or something. I thought, wait a minute, man. So she might have had a kid before he met my grandpa. My great grandmother was 22 when she met the great grandpa who was 27. They had 11 kids, so that guy was a hound. Right? He said, "Hey, listen, I worked with this dude, this black dude," and he's like, at the time we're like 24. He says, "Yeah, I got kids. We're talking about kids. Yeah, I got to pay child support." So with the same girl. He had twins twice.
Oh man, with the same woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
You talking about child support.
You talk about double barrel shotgun, man.
Oh my God, can you imagine it? Hey, I got a better one, man. I had this regular customer. I think it was a customer. I forget whether a customer or somebody with. He had 2 girlfriends. And wouldn't you know, they were both pregnant.
At the same time.
At the same time, man. And one was born the day before the other.
Oh, a day.
A day, man. A day within a day. Not the same day. Yeah, it must have been in the day. Because that's what that story always stuck with me. And I said, so did you marry one of them? He goes, no, but they both dropped me. How do you even walk away from that one?
They both didn't want anything to do with them.
Yeah. No, man. You paid child support on both of them. 18 years.
Sounds like me. I had 2 girlfriends at the same time. Dumped one and the other one ended up marrying.
I can tell you, if all you guys out there that think it would be cool, no, it ain't, man. It's more stress than it's good.
Yeah.
It really is, man. I thought, oh,
Well,
I
you
had-
don't know that when you're young, you know. Now,
Oh.
now we know we don't want to put up with that shit. But when you're young, you think, "Ah,
Look,
I got to go
I
after
had,
it."
I had, I had former girlfriends, not that far apart. I had each one of them every day for a week, and I'm like, this, some would do some wouldn't. And I'm like, man, I always thought I'd like this when I was younger, but I didn't. I always found it hard.
Yeah, Simon, you had 3 sets of twins in your family. Wow.
Well, you know what? There's a strange twist here, people. My grandpa, my great grandpa.
Where are you? Where are you in the birth order, Simon? Out of all 12, oldest, in the middle, youngest. Where you at? Number what?
I run.
We had well, my mother was married previously before she met my dad, so I got a half brother and a half sister, way older than me, right? And then when my dad and mom got together, they had 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. One died. My younger brother died in the infancy.
Thank you. Here's
We had, our house was about maybe under 800 square feet.
Oh Jesus! How many kids you have in that house?
Well, at any one time there was 3 of us. At the most, at one time was 3 of us. But we had an upstairs and it was finished. So the oldest kid always got the upstairs bedroom, and everyone else had, or like my sister, if she was the only female child left, she got her own room upstairs. Me and my brother had to share a bedroom. So
I think the 7 years before my grandfather and them came over, well, my great grandfather was in America. He must have been banging some black chicks too, because I got cousins that I share DNA with. Third and fourth, on the third and fourth, somewhere like that, or both fourth. But both. This is a story here. My great grand, my cousin Steve, when I lived in, he was jumping. I wanted more info on the family. We didn't have nobody up here or up in Milwaukee, but dad's sisters and brothers. No cousins and all that shit. Shit. What was I talking? Oh yeah, great grandfather. I thought, boy, having 2 kids, that's nothing. For back then, it was more than. Turns out, my great grandfather had twin daughters that committed suicide.
both of them
Both of them together.
Your great grandfather.
Well, it'd be my great uncle's sisters.
He had twin daughters that committed suicide together. How'd they do it?
I don't know. I think they jumped off a cliff in Italy.
Jeez, oh, man.
But they, I don't. All I know about that is my grandfather's born in 1906. His brother 1912, and one of his sisters, Ida, she was born 1924. She died in early 70s. She was young too. But because there was so much time when I was first on that thing, and it said this one dude that named something familiar, like the guy used to work at my station. I'd say, "Hey, cuz," he wouldn't answer. Well, one was from Louisiana, which there were a few families family with my last name that went down to Argentina and filtered their way back up to Louisiana. So I mean, my son Alex and Amy, my son and daughter, they're twins, fraternal twins. And my friend's ex-wife says, "Oh, that's odd. You know, it comes from this or that. Who fucking cares? You know, because God don't look. It's not good with God if they're not natural. If you took fertility medicine. So the only
Simon,
question,
how many still living, Simon? Out of the other 11 of you,
so you were a fraternal twin.
I hope so. Hope to God you don't have another identical out there that looks just like you.
A woman too. You look at them. You look at his face, man. You tell me. You look at Kennedy. He said he's related, third cousins or something to President Kennedy. Bobby Jr. is thinking he's throwing his.
He's Anthony Hopkins' son.
He's Bobby Jr. I met him and shook his hand back when I was 18 years old. That was the biggest, American royalty. You know, to see him was just like his father. And it's like, fuck, I stumbled and I fell down. He goes, yeah, I get that a lot. He's thinking of throwing his hat into the ring here for president. Like an unseat Biden, and that shouldn't be that hard. You look at that, but I'm telling you, I don't give a shit if it's stupid. This is stupid. As long as they keep funding and pumping up my Social Security checks, that's all I give a shit. Economy, I don't care. Keep my money coming. I think we got it. I think we were born just in the nick of time. There's a lot of freaking. I tried telling my son too. I said he'll be 31 December. I said, you ought to put a little more away if you're 401 or 457. Forget about it. And he goes, away. And then later on, he was going to leave, and he got a promotion. He wanted to go to Pennsylvania once. I said, well, why are you doing that? Because I don't want to work till I'm 70. Didn't I talk to you about that shit? He never gave me credit. I said, I'm telling you, it'll be a different format, if any. Probably riskier or less of it. Because, unlike people before us that made big money, and there was us.
Hey, Simon, how old is the oldest one?
He came out first.
My oldest half sister is 82, 20 years older than me.
My oldest kids and all my kids, they never associated with the other.
My mother had her when she was 17, so she got pregnant when she was 16.
The other two lived in Texas, moved down to Texas. So 57 or 7. What they attributed to this to these twin girls was my uncle said my cousin. He didn't talk much about this. When he was 62, my cousin was 12. I was 15. He had married till he was 42. He said that his mom was mean. When I looked at my great grandmother's picture, I said, man, she looks like a bitch. And sure enough, that's about the same last name, but there's this cousin named Patrick that got that all laid out. Because it's hard as a mother to find something. You have the same last names. Who's who?
Hey, Simon, all your siblings still in the UK, or did any of them move abroad?
think have to check on maybe my nephew was doing a shotgun or something. You ever do that, people? The beer? You ever take that, shake it up a little bit, poke the hole in the bottom, and pop the top? It's called a shotgun.
Tony, what's the largest number of years between oldest and youngest child? You must have us beat, right? Mine's 25 years.
Yeah,
What's yours?
My oldest daughter is.
Oldest one.
I'm trying to think.
40? 42?
She's 5 months older than my wife. She is, my oldest daughter is, she's born in 80.
Okay, so that's 44 this year. What
40
month?
October. After
Okay,
me.
she's 43 right now.
Yeah.
And Mateo's what, 8?
He's 8. He was,
So you got 35 years difference. I got 25 years difference. I thought that was a lot.
dude, I first became a grandfather. My grandson, they came up to visit when they were little with my daughter. And that's when you could go in the airport. So the kid comes running. The old man at the scanner. I said, "Oh, there's his grandpa. Looks pretty young to be a grandpa. Don't get any money for it." Yeah. When I was at my friend's, I accidentally stumbled upon a guy I used to work with. They were having a Super Bowl party, and I had bought a card for my friend's dad. He was a supervisor for this. So I got him a card. This was like 7 years after the fact, but I hadn't seen him, so I got him a card, put the money in. Knock on the door. All I wanted to do was give him the card. Oh, come on, they're downstairs. I said, "What do you mean you're down? Come on." I went down there, and guy Joel I used to work with, brother Tom, always had nice compliments for him. Always. I used to get this stuff. It was a store called Chesky. So, I had nice stuff. He, matter of fact, after that night, his doctor put him on some drug for high blood pressure. He had a medical, whatever. Now he's a vegetable. Fucked him up. Messed him up bad. Good guy too. He goes, last time I saw him, he says, "Oh, I pictured you. He had some."
You have a brain aneurysm or a stroke or what?
Oh no, man! Something with stroke. He's in a nursing home. He can only move his head, I guess. I was gonna go see him. Last time I saw his dad, and he said call first. I never did go, but when I saw him, last time I saw him, he had this episode a few days after the Super Bowl. What would it be, 2 years ago? 3 years? Kansas City, San Francisco, the other, one of the two east, furthest one. And he goes, "Yeah, I always pictured you'd be bald and gray and bald and big belly." So, boy, I said to his dad, I said, "Man, he'd be disappointed in me now." But nice guy. A lot of fun. We're the only ones that ever got kicked out of a George Webb restaurant. I don't know if you had them by you, but we went in there after the bars in the side of town we went on. There was some old white ladies for waitresses, and we're all we were just talking about. And my friend's brother, the guy I'm talking about, he takes a cup of coffee, he's going to take a drink, and the waitress snatches it out of his hand. He goes, "You're out of here." I got kicked out of there, man. That's an all-time low when you get kicked out of a Jordan Webb restaurant. So I saw his dad. Uh, I saw his dad and girlfriend. My friend had. She's disgusting, man. I wouldn't even. I said, Joe, man, Joe's dad. I said, I'm not even. I don't even look at this, Joe. And I wouldn't touch her. He turned 90 this past June. Anyway, his name is Joe, and so is my friend's. But Joe, my friend, dad, left his mom when he was a baby. So she met the guy, his stepdad, Joe. Because for a lot of years we went, how come you're not a junior? Now he named his kid Joe, and he's not a junior either. He's got 3 sons.
I've seen in the news that dude Rupert Murdoch. He's getting married again. He's 92. He's no. Why? You know, that's my question. Why?
You know why? You know, that's the Robert Kraft. And Robert Kraft, he didn't want to get married, so he wants to get some, a chick that cost you a couple K. And then they're gonna chastise him for it. You're a fucking old man with some pussy, so what?
I mean, I can see for tax purposes, but those guys get so much money. That little married filing jointly deduction that's going to help them.
Yeah, they can't go, well, I'm divorcing on grounds of lack of attention. And the guy's 90. What's he supposed to do? But I can tell you, unless you know this, everything.
And he's got 30 years on me, and I would never get married again. That's for sure.
Yeah, I never said never again. But a friend of mine, a childhood friend of mine, we connected for a while. He was talking to some radio, and then I said, man, I don't want nobody else like an 18, 20, that's like babysitting. So I found my wife, her name. Family person, wasn't too young, wasn't too old. I got perfect. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know yet. Then I probably would have cancer or died of a stroke because of the shit I was eating at work for a long time. I wasn't doing it myself in the favors. But it all works out. A longer road. But yeah, big old Simon, are you gonna show your face here tonight? Adrian, you wanna show up? Still there? Let's see. No. What the hell is that?
Is that a dog that's making that noise, or what is it?
Yeah.
It's not really a bark. I don't know what it sounds like.
A puppy, man. It was a puppy.
Oh, okay.
They had like 2 weeks now. That's a little faster. But when they're small, when they're little puppies, they're adorable. Once they get away from that adorable shit, that's not the deal.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple in here, boy. Hey, there's a couple in here. And my little guy, the runt one, he always has ribs showing, but he eats like he wants. But he'll walk, if I give either one the attention, man, they'll fight. They'll walk by each other and start fighting. But I think there's a Irish setter around here. And that thing is toward its rear end, there's just bones. I don't know what's hanging on. It's really I've gotten over that sympathy thing because you drive a road from here to my house, and you go to my house, and these dogs still look at you like you're their last hope, and just flea bitten. What are you gonna look at? Oh, okay. Then it was what? Really? Oh, doing that trivia. Okay, so right out the first. Little crickets, huh? Anyway, my younger sister's boyfriend subscribed to this summer channel, so uh, we'll do more next wedding, I guess. So it's okay. I'm just dreading that ride, people. Oh my god! I got
Tonight we got our daughter. Huh?
I got this thing with that. What do you call it? Spinanosis. What is it? But anyway, when I'm riding the motor, they call the motor being a site. This past week, I couldn't deal with it.
Where they charge you to ride the trike from where you're at now out to your house?
We always give them 50 for both of us, or three of us, whatever. On the way back, we pay the golden rate because sometimes somebody will pick you up that's not licensed to pick up passengers.
Uh-huh. Well, what's the going rate?
18 is 12, 20 pays little fees.
18 each or 8?
I think it's 20 pesos a piece. I'm not
20
sure.
pesos each.
No, either that or 10.
So it's doubled since I was there 20 years ago. I think it was 10 back in the day, but
Well, yeah, when I was last time I was here, it's 8.
oh, okay.
5 or 8. But the pedicab, the bicycle ones, they ask the same price as the other ones. I don't mind. I give a guy 20 back in 2013. He looked at that thing like it was $1,000. And then that sprocket broke, the pedal. You know, it was like cast zinc, some cheap bastard. Snap that thing right up. Yeah, 18 cents.
Yeah, tonight we got our high school daughter's in chorus, and she got selected for the district or regional chorus. So kids from high schools from all across the western part of the state are performing tonight. There's like 100 of them, I guess.
I was
a choral concert tonight, so our daughter's singing in that. We got to go with that.
Used to have this drum and bugle corps thing. It was big when I was on years ago, and they'd always go to competitions. My daughter was she played the viola, and $900 truck that I paid for because I had these old savings bonds from the employer. I paid them never mind. And
you bought the instrument outright?
No.
Oh.
No. My wife, she my daughter's that one, the orchestra, whatever. They went on a trip to Carnegie and all the places in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Cost $900, and just so happens that the savings bonds I had were worth that, or a little more. She said, "Do you mind if I use it?" I said, "Go ahead, man. No. Fuck it." And she would have went anyway. I would have. Yeah. One time, she brought over a packet of directional light bulbs one time, and she asked me if she had to pay me. It was $2.10. When she bought her wedding.
I found out that this past year when you cash in those savings bonds, you got to declare that interest on your income tax.
Yeah, man. Well, this was back. My daughter's 30. Well, you know what? Because Sleepy fucking Joe's giving away the farm. That's why they got to do that shit. They talk about Trump being a fucking asshole. This guy, he got rid of the child care tax credit. I can't, last year I was shocked that
Did you see they found out through Freedom of Information? They flew in. We paid our taxpayer dollars. 320,000 people from outside the country into the U.S. They flew them in, paid for it. They have no documentation. They didn't have to go through TSA lines. They didn't have to get your E-Verify or whatever you got to do, or make sure you
Oh.
got a shot, or
You know what this-
320,000 of them, and they didn't disclose what airport. Through 43 separate airports in the country. Okay.
Yep.
Now, why do you and I have to stand in a TSA line?
I don't know, man. For safety
I'd
check.
like to see someone do a lawsuit for that. Refuse to go through TSA, and they say, "Oh no, you can't." Or wait a minute, you just put 320,000 people on a plane without going through TSA, right?
Yeah. This is the situation. I had a fence guy come over to my house. Mexican American, regular guy, just like me. And I said, hey, because this stuff was going on. I said, why don't they have a system set up where people can apply? He says they do. They just want to do it like they want to do it. They don't want to have to wait. So this is all goes back. This makes America sound, all these other politicians make them sound like assholes because nobody ever mentions the process. So these guys want to forego that shit. But what's new? What haven't you heard since you were a kid? The body's logic. There's no logic.
Nope, there's no logic.
The thing is, logically, you're taught this is what this is, and this is how you get this.
That's the face they put on is, you got to follow the law, and nobody's above the law, right? That's their big statement.
So
nobody's above the law.
So this white dude,
you can just ignore the law when we deem it necessary.
Yeah, that white dude that was the head of, he was in national security or some shit for 35 years, and he says, if you're here illegally, they got so much shit over there. But when Trump was in president, they had it down to 82 or 90%. We're getting processed and sent back. Now, who don't want to have it? But listen, I had a doctor's office. This one thing, a lady said, "Oh, what the Spanish chick said? What? We can afford to absorb that." So let me think. How many of those people that came over could be drug dealers too? It was a free for all. What is their skill set? Is every one of them going to be on assistances? There's a reason why we have processes for shit. And I told that chick, I said, whether you know it or not, if you sign the guest, all you got to do is sign the guest book. She would, sign the guest book. I said, yeah, you sign it so people of your own kind won't fuck you over because they will. They'll keep these people in fear of being deported even though they won't have anything. Crooked Mexican businessmen or Latinos, not just Mexicans, they will abuse that system too. And have work for shit. So there's a lot of things out there. When you start doing things about laws, which have been, I don't know why the Republicans don't go after this and show them when this law was set, how it works, and this is it. Not just. It just seems like the way it is now. It's a lot of hearsay. You know what I mean? Everybody's got the twist on shit. But when you show somebody the book. But they reminded me in a factory where they had rules how certain jobs were between the union and the company. But there was other jobs that because they've been doing it, in the book, they had it laid out, but they weren't going by the book on a lot of things because that's the way they've been doing it, and it's worked for both of union and company. So it in a nutshell, it ain't that fucking hard. It ain't that hard.
It's like the old saying, there are rules and then there are rules, right?
If only they would say, look, this is what it is. But they spend too much time to I'm more out. I don't have
There's no cut and dry, you know.
dude, I that's why I say I've done my time bitching and moaning and bringing up issues and shit. I'm done with that. I'm too fucking old for that. Let the young ones pick up the torch because I had that fucking long enough.
No, I don't know but all my kids, they're just, I don't know. They have no clue what freedom and individual rights mean. They have no clue because they've been indoctrinated otherwise.
Look at YouTube and Facebook for Christ's sake. You have people monitoring that. My other friend, that friend I was talking about, it's Mexican Irish, Mexican American, and I was horsing around with him and stuff, and he says, I said, okay, El Chapo, and he flagged that fucking comment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what between me and him? What does El Chapo mean?
Yeah, the thought police, not speech police. Yeah.
You are assuming that it means cut bodies up. But I would, I'm not on hey Dennis, I'm not on TikTok enough. But they there was these two people one time because Troy Aikman said, now this is just hearsay, right? It's just funny shit when they said, when Aikman says, it's time to take the dresses off of these guys, meaning quit protecting them so much. And this chick says, this is a woke chick too, the woke fucking movement. She says, did I hear that right? Did he just say take the dress off? Motherfuckers.
I don't know about you, Tony, but when I hear a preponderance of young dudes talking nowadays, back in your and I days, if they talk like that, we would have a certain mindset about them, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Because any words would get flagged. I don't want to flag your channel.
When I first saw this recently happened, I thought to myself, because you always heard about people's freedom of speech being attacked, that's what they talking about. You can say whatever you want. What's fucked up about all this is, like, I had my boss, this drunk fucker that was sleeping, and he decided to talk shit to two blind chicks.
Two blind chicks?
Yeah. So he's just making them feel uncomfortable. All I did was inherit this bus for one fucking trip, up to one end and back. That was it. The dude, I knew him, he had this guy on her that was asleep. Okay, so what? I leave him alone. This fucking guy was just talking about shit about Spanish, black, everything but white, like trash. And I said that we had the security. They took them 20 fucking minutes to come to me. I said, you guys got to take this guy out of here now. I can't have this shit. There's people paying for the fucking ride. You got some turd blowing people's shit. You can't have it. So they show up at the same time cops do. Of course, cops don't want to deal with it, and then they got to write it up. And I told the guy, I said, look, this guy's been mouthing off, just like I was telling you. He goes, oh, fortunately, that falls under freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, yeah.
So I says, so it's freedom of speech. He can say what he wants, even though it's derogatory as it is. But if that person he's saying it to clobbers him, it's assault.
Right.
fucking please. I said, that cop, I said, you know, that's, he goes, I know both. Come on, man. You know what? I don't know
You say,
what
look,
just,
cop, you have a law called disturbing the peace, right? So I'm gonna take this dude out, okay? Because he's disturbing my peace. This is my buddy. You know?
yeah, but not enough people are in your corner about that. That's the problem. They have let it go on and on and on for so long. That's become the norm. Like one of those things where I was saying where that's just the way we
It's
get
like
in.
me. You can flap your lips all you want, but you touch me, it's over. Okay, it's over. Same with my family. You can talk shit all you want, but you touch somebody and forget about it. You just gave up your right to exist.
It's one thing to have a difference and trying to understand somebody's mindset on that, but when you're ignorant to begin with, you know, and you lack all the fucking common knowledge of a basic human being, it's just it furthers the problem. It deepens it. It's just the fuckers that get left to debate it have no mind or wit to fucking debate it with. Yeah, yeah, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis is back in the Great White North there, man. It, not that I'm looking for it, but if I'm in a place, say I'm in a place there and I'm visiting a whole bunch of guys who are somebody drunk start spot. Not that I've never been, I've not always been a man, but I come into a place to enjoy myself. There's going to be some ignorant talking shit. The opportunity, the guy might have 100 pounds on it, but he's got more alcohol.
Hey, Dennis, the old birthday suit thing of last night. You know, that's my age. It's like a dog chasing a car, right? What are you gonna do once you catch it? All you could do is piss on the tires, right?
Yeah. Dogs did that in the house when we were putting a tile in. I didn't see which one it was, but I thought, I knew that. I knew the next day. I knew the
you,
next.
you recognize the puddle.
Yeah. Well, I noticed the next day the one that was on the shortest leash possible, like during the what do they call it, the Mayflower, but it had those the things where you put your head through it in your hands.
Oh, the guillotine.
No, it's not cave. Come on, man. I had two blind ladies call up on that dude. So the next night, I got a different route. And that fucker, he comes walking out of the station, whatever he was doing in the public area. I thought, this motherfucker, he ain't getting on my bus tonight. He knew that too, and he says, he's bigger than me and all that shit. He goes, was a 15 still running? I said, yeah, right over there. I point. And I point over there. I thought, there's no fucking way you're going to come on here and stir some shit today. So the day after that, one of my friends, Richard Williams, I was talking to him about it. And that dude must have knew because of the experiences. This was the ignorant fucker that was hitting on the blind ladies. Yeah. And he's a piece
Oh,
of
the guy that rides the bus all the time, huh?
yeah, he's fucking ignorant. I mean, he's probably ignorant enough, and then you put alcohol into him. So I said, yep, right over there, buddy. Because I didn't say you ain't getting on this. You ain't got no fucking problem. Neither. I'm working, nights is a lot quieter. But you don't, oh my God, this guy would have been put on the route, on the solid black side of town. This motherfucker would be killed. They would kill him. And he ain't getting no sympathy from me now. But anyway, my friend, I'm sitting there telling him, he's like a year younger than me. When I was using the Army MPs, and I said, Richard, man, this guy, I was telling him about the situation. He goes, T, that tells me T. He said, that don't bother me. I said, I'm just saying, I could hear the guy in the background go, oh, we'll find out soon, because he thought maybe I called somebody up on it. Richard is the only person in front of ever had where he can say something to me, and I don't blab. And when him too, I said, man, what I say is between you and I. And I've never ever repeated anything he's ever said, unless he said, hey, unless I said, hey, man, is it okay if I repeat it? If it's not, I don't. But whenever the bulk of our conversations have stayed with me and him, I didn't have to worry about stirring up. He's probably in the top fucking 5 people in the world I've ever known that I can have confidence. I'm the same way. It's really nice. You can talk to somebody. People make history because I'm talking kind of long. No, Donna, TV. Hour and a half, people. I've seen Ron for a while. The Twit.
Saw him last night. Toronto was okay.
What about the Twit?
I don't know. Some people I don't follow anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of people I don't.
It's the same old story. I do a little of this now. I used to, but I've been busy with the house lately, so I haven't gotten over the tables. Really, we have a lot of people want to talk to you. That's why I have this thing tonight. If they weren't for this thing, I wouldn't be on any ones. Mine's not done for money, viewership.
They said Jack's got a new channel now. What do you call it? The original Black Filipino. I just looked it up on YouTube and I can't. It doesn't come up. He put the link last night in the comments, but I don't know if you can see the comments now if you look back on it.
Did he just change the title to his channel? Or
I guess this is a totally new channel.
Maybe he's on the wagon.
I think he said the original Black Filipino. That's what they said the name was. But
he's up on alcohol, right?
So we're gonna try to get people to subscribe, get them up some viewers.
Well, he wanted to discuss the situation. I happened to turn on the phone one night, and my family was sleeping. So I can't go in the garden. So he said, "Yeah, I'd rather have everybody there at once, so I can say it one time." I kind of get the gist of it. I've known many people like that. Circumstances. I had a girl that I went to this, what is it called? The people are affected by Al-Anon. People are affected, family members are affected by. Anyway, she must, I don't know what she had, a brother or whatever. So I go to this church, she went to this church thing. She told me Al-Anon group, something, whatever. And I hardly ever had alcohol. And one night I was playing around. I had some hard out. She said, "Oh, I got to call my sponsor." What are you talking about sponsor? What is? So I go over to her by her side of town, and so I'm sitting, and unbeknownst to me, it's an 8A meeting. They're all introducing themselves. I'm like, "Oh, fuck this on what?" I told the guy, I said, "Listen, I know you hear a lot of."
But really, honest, I am not an alcoholic.
I said, "Look,
They're like, oh no, we've never heard that one before.
well, this is how dumbfounded. It felt dumb I was. I was sitting
Drive
at
a
the
bus,
table.
man. I'm not here for anything else.
This was, after
I'm just
all,
here with this chick, that's all I know.
and she, I'm sitting around going, it kind of dawned on me what was going on. So one of them was, all these people are going, "Hey, my name's Julie, I'm an alcoholic," and I'm fucking here. But when it came to me, I just I didn't say it. So after it was over, I said,
Hi, I'm
after it
Tony.
was,
I drive a bus.
I'm in a different category.
I got to put up with all you idiots.
Fucking road rage part, road rage on. So at the end,
Yeah,
I said,
I'm in the wrong meeting.
at the end, I felt this more. After I said what I said, I thought, well, everybody has an excuse. They're fucking gonna believe me. I said, "Look, man, last time I drank was fucking 4 months ago. I don't even, you know, I go to this festival every year when I was living in Cudahy, Wisconsin, and that's kind of where I saw everybody from activities used to be involved in with parents, school activities and stuff, and yeah, I thought him like that fucking cool, man. I said, "No, man." As I'm saying to something, this guy's going, "Yeah, right, okay." When my nephew went down there for a beer, he didn't bring me back. We had 7, man, but 7.
Dennis, tell them about the meetings you got to go to. You're addicted to beautiful women.
I'm Dennis. I have a boner.
Or Gary, Philanthropist Anonymous.
I'm decided. Should he
Hi,
stay or
Gary, if you're out there.
should he stay or should he go?
Oh, he ain't up yet. It's too early in the morning. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, when I was in Vegas with the ex-wife had some business down there in the walk company, so I went with it, Had a big long ticket in there, but during the day they were business. And we're in one of the casinos. We won $1,200 from Wheel of Fortune and Jim Grant. Like our second pull, $5 slot. We put in the second $5 and won 1,200. And the first lady said, "Well, you won 900. Oh, that's cool." "No, it's 12. And you only spent $10. I said, "Let's get out of here." Dennis Miller was Caesars. His show cost at the time was like $50 or $100.
You saw Dennis Miller?
No.
Oh.
There's a water fountain in front of Caesars. No, these street the bums. They go in there and get the change.
Oh yeah.
And no, we were at Bally's. That's where Louis Anderson lived. I think he passed away since, but it was $35 for his show. And I thought, dude, I've seen him. Man. He's a little fun. I don't know about this shit. I laughed so fucking hard the whole time. He was amazed. He says, "Yeah, they want $100 across the street. Here you go, $35." That was after he had been coming up.
Back in the day, I saw Robin Williams live, and I saw Eddie Murphy live.
Sad with Robin Williams. You know, I was talking about that Kanye West guy having issues. And I said, look, dude's got problems, you know. Mental you have an issue with your mind, that's not, you know, there's a problem there. And this one guy said, oh, it's from being soft. I said, it ain't got nothing to do with being soft. This guy is, you shouldn't.
Yeah, but Tony, from what I understand, they got rid of most of the mental institutions. You can't just put someone in anymore, you know?
Anybody, my point being, if you have issues, mental issues, or what, you know, your mental health, it's not nothing to shit on somebody, you know, even though he's a rich guy. We still ain't got nothing to be soft. Soft is
my mother's younger sister back in the day. She was in a place where they did electric shock treatments on her brain, because she had issues. Probably, you know, schizophrenic, or what they call paranoid schizophrenic, something like that. Yeah, they electric shock treatment her. She would never write the rest of her life if she wasn't taking her medication, man. She'd have those eyes. I remember as a kid, of course, my mom, you know, would holding hands with my mom going up to my aunt's door, and my aunt would come to the screen door. My mom just looked at her eyes. As a kid, she said, okay, kids, let's go home. Aunt so-and-so's not feeling well today, you know? And when you're a kid, you're like, well, we just drove all the way here to see them, you know? But, man, if she wasn't on her medication, my mom could see it right in her eyes. And she had that murderer look in her eyes, you know? Like you don't want to be anywhere near her.
Yeah, but that's... Yeah, far away. I had a freaking Charlie Manson eyes. People put there's more effort put into bullshit media than there is in effort to. It's a deep issue, man. You know, we had a county executive that shut down the mental health facility. And so they turned all these fuckers into the street. Where do they go?
Right. They go on your bus. They get on Tony's bus.
And I said, look, one guy goes, I said, yep, last stop. I had to pull in, stop at this McDonald's on 27th Street and catch the freeway like 200 feet down. And I said, oh, that's it. The guy goes, wow, you sound like you're fucking drunk. I said, I'm tired, man. He said, oh, I said, thank you for not kicking my ass. Because you're just saying, I don't know, really, thank you. I said, I told you when you got on the bus where I went to. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, if you know, why are you blowing me shit? You're the dumb fucker that got on. See that bus across the street? You just missed your ride back to the you know what? I got paid. You got paid for it. But that's every time you had an issue, they bring that up. And for those of us that are used to not riding, if you didn't have money, then you thought you were embarrassed to ask for any handout of any kind. I just couldn't get over that shit. It took me a long, long time. Uh-oh. Years of burning.
What's
Uh-huh.
The Jack Hobson channel lives.
This one lives. The other one's gone.
Jack, I looked for that. It's not. I searched YouTube, and it wasn't there.
They took it off. They said they think a computer or a bot made that account. I'm like, really?
Okay, well, I guess I didn't miss anything.
So I disputed it. There's not even a video on it. It's nothing.
Arm candy, man. I saw that in Vegas when this guy must have spent.
All right, just title it an awesome black.
That guy was
All right.
2 chicks for
They
$1,000.
probably haven't used that name yet.
Ooh, your ship jumped up a couple there, Jack. You must have brought some followers up there. Maybe Michael or Gary's back there. You know, it reminds me of, hey,
When we
what
were
was that
talking on David's thing last night, Jack had show him over your left shoulder. That that's hanging down his stairway, right?
Yep.
When Lorelei didn't know what a birthday suit was,
sh-
I said, "Well, it's definitely not that dress that's hanging down behind Jack there. That's not the birthday suit." That was funny because she didn't know what a birthday suit meant.
Well, you should have. You
Yep.
should have kindly said, Google it. Jack don't have a new show. That's cool.
Always when we say something and I see that stunned look on her face, like I often see on my wife's face, I tell David, enlighten her about that.
Hey, when I was driving, that's one particular route. We had about the same people, you know. Sunday morning, nice and quiet. 6 people. One old lady that was like a regular on that stretch. I remember when we were a kid, and the old ladies had the house coat on with the curlers and all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this lady comes walking across the front of my bus. I've seen her. I know who she is. And I'm watching her walk. I let her on with her and stuff. She says to me, I'm a woman, not a man. Fucking cool.
Did she have house coat and curlers on?
Yeah. And I'm like, I never thought you were a fucking guy. I don't know.
Open the house coat and prove it to me.
Is there a special thing that signifies that you're not a woman? I didn't.
Just look at me. Do I look like a man? A woman? Look at man. I'm a woman.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't debate it with her because there would have been no end. You know, she was unarmed. Battle of wits.
This lipstick is fake.
There must be a special look that they when it gets them to say that what they say, because it baffled the fuck out of me. I didn't know what I've seen her so many times. I never said, "Hey man, you a man?" I never said. This is before this other shit started coming. This he/she shit. You know,
Oh, hey, I'm not just a man. I'm an Italian man.
The good half. Oh yeah. You know, we sit there and try to explain. It's just all we can do is. I'm not gonna be responsible for what.
I don't think I'd have ever hacked it as a bus driver, Tom. I
So
just wouldn't have the personality.
Well, based on knowing me, you can see I didn't really either. I just kind of. Here's what happened. When I left the factory in 2000, I took the buyout, which I only got $8,800.
In 2000.
2000, I was making $18 an hour. If
And
I would have,
How
my
the hell
jo-
did you get the bus job?
my job got reduced at the factory, so that means if I had about 10 months to go, I would have dropped from 18 to $12 an hour. And I said, I can
How did
fucking
you
do
get the
that.
bus job? Who did you know?
I can't do that. So I thought to myself, the pension was only $800 a month. So I was accustomed to making money. So my neighbor was a bus driver, and I fucked off on the test back in the 90s. I wanted to get my money from the factory before I left. So 2000 came, and I was going to get reduced in about 10 months. So I wanted a job that was going to make what I was making, if not more. So I started out at 14, but when the probation period was over, I was above 18, right where I want to be. And they had this gathering, and it said, maybe this job isn't for you if you don't. I'm thinking to myself, I don't give a fuck. What? I'm going to get paid $20 an hour, and I don't give a shit what it is. You got to pay to fight. That's just the way it is. I was beginning to despise a job like that. So when I
But
got
look,
the new,
you put in a whole career, right? You never got assaulted, right? Physically.
yeah, I got assaulted. But that guy cold cocked me. It didn't really fucking hurt. Anytime somebody's got,
Did you fight back, or you weren't allowed to?
no, I'm not kidding. I get fired if I fought back.
Oh, jeez. Tony gave the other cheek.
Yeah,
You thought of it, man.
you know how it is.
Wow.
So this guy's with his mother. They're on the way to school for another matter, with which he got fucking kicked out. And he's got a little sister. She's about 8 years old. And after he hits me like right here, so really between the jaw, and his sister's laughing because he wanted to get off at a particular stop that we didn't dump off there no more. We had to go to the next one. So I went to the next one, and he had a shit fit. So like a week later, guy comes up to me. I don't know. He goes, "Yeah, remember me?" I said, "Nah, I don't. From where?" He said, "Oh, I'm the guy that hit you. I'm sorry about that." I said, "Well, too late. I can't help you." He said, "No, we just we never went, the company. Here's what the company does for you. If somebody assaults you like that, you do absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
And then you have your once a year to send you this program you got."
You didn't get any medical or disability out of that?
No, I went the medical. At first I said, "No, I don't need them." They were willing to just let me drive the rest of the road. Didn't matter. So I said, "Well, I'll go to the hospital." Yeah, get me off of driving this bus for a while. I was on my relief trip too. I think you trust me. If you could. They were talking about letting the drivers arm themselves. Then you got problems. Then you got the battle of fucking pride. I'm glad I'm done with it. Glad. The part that was good for me, the blind was that I went to a place where I doubled, a little more than doubled what I was. Matter of fact, Master Rock is closing in Milwaukee. It's been there for 140 years. I don't know. That was $800 a month. I would have had to still work. So it was a blessing. I was shit at work. When that day came, I thought to myself, "Well, who can I tell? I'm going to go back. I'll talk to my dad. My dad died in June. No, that'd be pretty cool to have a conversation or photo done with both of us that retired, which meant I was in old man fucking country. It paid off. For my health, it did not. But for my retirement, it sure did. I got to retire at 59 years old, I think. 59. Months after my 59. Most people are going to say that.
I could have. My early age was 56. I could have gone at 56, but still had three kids at home.
You know what I track? You know what I looked at when I look at that? Because a lot of people, this one lady told me, yeah, these guys retired for 25 years and now he's 47 years old. And they were shocked when their Social Security came out. They didn't get us what they thought they could. So online, you can contact, and there's this form you could set. You got 3 selections. Okay, what will I get if I retire at 57? What will I get if I retire at 59? What will I get if I retire at 62? So they give you the 3 scenarios, and all of those was less than $100. And I thought to myself, less than $100.
You mean difference?
Yeah, I think difference between working
Right. For another 5 years. Yeah.
and you gain $75 for 5 years. You fucking crazy. That was a no-brainer. I'm 59, man, because my grandfather died at 63 and my grandma was 61. You know, so let me the fuck out of here. If I get 4 years out of this shit, it's 4 years that they didn't have. It was a long fucking evening, man. It was like my father, only the light part of agitated. But it paid off. Got to stop right here I am. I'll be retired this year, 4 years already. 63. Not too bad for a guy that got a fucking GED. Shit, seeing the bus, it's unbelievable.
Where's Gary?
Gary's never coming. He's usually in the background.
Sleeping. He doesn't wake up this early.
I think that other client.
On the floor?
It's only
I think
10:19 in the morning. He
I
said
think
he's on
Gary-
Pinoy time, right?
Gary's in the other click.
It's-
That's
he's-
the other.
last I heard, he was talking to somebody in the
Very good.
Philippines.
Some
Is-
girl,
Isn't he always?
some girl supposedly you met on line playing Uno. Thought you were gonna fall down.
What do you got? Hogarden or San Mig?
That's something super dry. Sandy Pale Pilsen. I just need a beer to wash down my medicine. The only time of the week I have it.
You take your medicine late at night.
Well, the ones I took were sleeping, and ones for help keep the arteries clear. Don't know if that's working because my batteries are dead on the machine. But my great grandfather was my grandma's dad. She was 54 when he died.
You don't have any stents in, do you, or pacemaker, do you?
No. No, they got my heart is laying in It's in a, I don't know, part of it's under a chest bone or something. But they don't seem too alarmed about it. I used to walk a lot down here. I like it, dude. Don't freeze. Doesn't do anything for the intelligence level. Intelligence. But I'm a guest here, you know, so they do shit the way they do it. You're not surprised after a couple encounters. It's normal.
Hey, is your wife satisfied with the house?
That's like anything. It's free.
Huh?
It's free. Of course, she's happy. She said to me once, she says, "Oh, it's kind of small, but in actuality, after everything's up like it is, there's good enough space for me." One time she told me, she says, "Oh, it's kind of small today. You get like a fucking tree." Hey, look what we got, man.
Hello, Americans.
Hey. What you need help with? Bail you out of another war?
What, the Trump war?
Yeah. Here's one vote for. They gotta keep my checks burned. We've had, see, the good old boys have led themselves astray. If they would have came out with a competent fucking challenger before, we wouldn't even. The only reason Biden got in there because of Trump. Now people call Trump a racist. Fucking Biden, this motherfucker. Fucking he might as well be wearing a sheep. Fuck.
Biden's a racist.
Oh, fuck
He had a whole bunch of black people thrown in prison for something they didn't do. About a full page ad about his bullshit.
Hey.
They believe his ass.
Hey, he was walking to this helicopter once recently, and and there was open mic, and the mic was on. It said, it sure sounded like he said, "I took a shit and I wiped myself."
Don't tell me he could be running again in his 80s.
No, they get him jacked up on all kinds of drugs. Shit. They must be pumping the maximum amount legally. You know, when a guy's giving a speech and you got people in the back of him going, "What the fuck is he talking about?" If Trump would have had that issue, they'd have been buried him already. It's just that I cannot watch somebody that's at that level talk like I mean
Well, as a non-American, it looks like a one-way train to me.
No, just like Grover Cleveland he was president, lost, and then beat the guy that beat him and served 2 more terms.
It's funny. We got age limits on who can fly an airplane. But
That's
we don't
where
have
we're
age
at.
limits on who can run a country, right?
That's where we're at, and they should refer to the popular vote. Fuck that electoral college shit.
Hey, Kiko, I wouldn't let Joe Biden run me bath.
Yeah.
I look for those hairs to smoothed up.
Well, Simon, it's much bigger than that. We're all screwed.
Yep.
It's not just the 5 eyes. There's more than that.
Definitely.
Like I said, if you're retired, what is the most important thing? Your fucking checks. My Social Security's almost 25.
What gets me, Tony, is these fuckers think we're all stupid.
Yeah, they do, man.
Well, at
But I
least
see that Boyd.
about
Boyd-
48% of the population is, Simon.
Listen, Biden got some competition within the party itself with JF or RFK Jr. I like the guy. This is my honest opinion, and
There you go, Dennis.
Listen, this is what happened in the '60s. The country, music, you heard on the radio, everything. Things were improving. And then when John got assassinated, Malcolm X got assassinated, King got assassinated, and RFK Jr. got assassinated, it all went away, man. Nobody wanted to carry the torch. You know, all those guys. I had a guy get on my bus that was part of Martin Luther King Jr.'s inner circle. But life had just broken this dude. He had three master degrees. And he was a broken man, you know. So the country, and nobody wanted to pick up the sticks because after that, you know, it was over. And then nobody's done that since, you know. And now it's even a harder hill to climb because you have all this extra bullshit in the woke fuckers. It's just. Well, I remember when I was a kid, all music was about Three Dog Night had that, you know, everybody. Chicago. You know, when you're a little kid, you see the Vietnam War on TV every night. Hippies that smoking weed. And I saw a car that was a station wagon. It was one of those Vista cruisers or Oldsmobile. The guy had indoor outdoor carpeting glue. Hey, 2:00. 2:00. Time to cut out the general public. Last call.
Good night, young boy.
Thank you for all those lovely folks that stayed in the back.
Let's go. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Hey, Twit, if you're not there, keep going.
Good night, Dennis Ballon.
Dennis.
Put a plug in for him, Tony.
Yeah, pensions will be slashed. Yeah,
Gcash or PayPal.
that's an employer's dream there. Ain't it, Dennis? Your little things have been going that way for quite a few years now already.
Going to sleep already.
Dennis is busy making prime rib.
Yeah. You can't find fucking meat around here. Uh-oh. Scooter gate. What do you think that is?
Hey, Tony, what's the beef like there where you're at?
What's the what?
There's
The
the map
beef.
of the Great White North.
Oh, the beef.
The beef.
What's the beef like, or is it Carabao?
Beef. You can't even mention it. That's beef. It's beef like you don't.
Hey, he goes to McDonald's and gets the fake stuff, Simon.
Look at when you go to Greenwich and you get the lasagna and you chew on a meat that's got. I can't. Anyway, go private. Oh, we lost one of the
It's the
regulars.
Scootergate investigation.
See you later, Peters. Hey, what the?
All right.